Choose one.
I'm actually in a temple. I'm a female. And I have like a crown. And it has like rubies. The crown is very elaborate. It's very high, and I know that I'm like Chinese,
Okay.
and there's rubies like on each end of the crown, and I have like a very flowy red dress, almost like chiffon,
Okay.
and she's just walking.
Okay. I want you to look around and see what you can see. I want you to listen to what you can hear of what you heard. Is there any water around?
No, there's like a lot of men.
Okay. Notice the feeling within. What are you feeling?
Feels like she's powerful.
Okay. You can use all of your senses. Do you know what is her name?
I don't know.
Use all your senses. And so how are you feeling around all these men?
Feels good. It feels like she's the one in charge.
Okay. What is the conversation? Try to hear what everyone is saying.
I just see men almost like dressed like they almost look like soldiers.
Okay. And are you, but you're not dressing like a soldier, right?
No,
Okay. Just keep walking. And how are you? You're feeling very powerful right now, right?
it almost looks like she's there, but she's not. It's almost like she's floating in the air.
Mm.
I don't know if it's a god that they worship or something.
You can
I,
ask someone. What are they waiting on?
so another men are just like kneeling down on one knee.
So do you have feet?
Say that again.
Do you have feet? Are you still floating? Are you on the ground?
She's like she kind of like left and she's floating, but now they're showing me like she's sitting on a throne.
What is her name?
It seems like she's a god for them. She's not giving me a name. Now they're like bowing down.
hmm Just ask out loud, what is my name?
What is my name? Nothing is coming.
Nothing is coming. Okay. It's okay. You're doing very good. So they are bowing down to her?
Yes, it's a lot of men,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like shields
Okay.
with seems like it's swords or something long metal,
Okay.
and it looks like
Use your inner knowing and figure out what's going on today. Use all your gifts. What's the first thing come to mind?
I'm just like watching them as they're all kneeling down on one leg, and they just like look up.
So is there anyone standing to your left or right?
No,
Either
she's alone.
she's alone. Does she have a family?
No, they're not showing any family or anything.
Okay. Try to use your inner knowing. Your inner knowing, all of your senses. Just try not to think. What do you feel?
Powerful.
Okay. And how old are you?
She's young.
Okay.
She looks young, like in her 20s.
Does she have a father, a mother that is there?
Say that again?
Does she have a father or mother that's there?
Not at the moment. She's very like pale skinned.
Okay. So what happens next? Can they see her?
Seems like she's inside of, looks like a real beautiful temple. And she's just walking. But everything she has is like in gold.
Everything is in gold.
Like the accessories. She's walking with like, it's not a cane, but it's a real long like sphere, much bigger than her. And as she walks, she uses it to hit the ground and move forward with it.
Okay. So just pretend that there's a spiritual mirror in front of her and take a look at yourself and see if you can figure out what's your name and what is your position. What comes to mind?
Nothing.
Okay. Maybe your spirit guide is still around if he can assist you in understanding where you are and who you are.
I almost feel like a pain on my throat, like something's being restricted.
Right now,
Yeah, I don't know if maybe she can't connect. I don't know. It's weird.
So she can connect right now and talk?
Like she's just avoiding.
Do we need to focus on your throat and see what's there?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and I want whatever's in the throat to come up, 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 up. So 3, 2, 1. Whatever's in the throat, come up, 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 and talk. Hello? Who are you? Are you male or female?
I just feel stuck.
You feel stuck. You feel stuck in this place where you are right now? Can you still float?
No, I think something happened to her.
Okay. So what happened to her?
I think they stabbed her with one of those
So
seems like
they went from worshiping her to stabbing her?
I think somebody killed her or something because there's like something between the upper chest right here.
Okay. So let's go back and see what happened to the chest. We're going to go drift and float and just go back just to see what's going on if she is being stabbed. Be there now. So where are you? Are you still in the same place?
No, I think it was a man that stabbed her.
Okay. Let's go back to the moment when the man stabbed her and see right before it happens to see what's going on. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and we're going to drift and flow back to the moment before this female dressed in this crown and robe and jewels before she gets stabbed. 3, 2, 1. Be there.
Seems like some people are running, like some soldiers are running.
Okay. And where is she?
It looks like they're coming to attack.
Okay. And is she standing in the front line, or the men surrounded her, protecting her?
I think they're running towards her temple.
Okay. Tell me more. The more you talk, the more we know. What's going on now?
It looks like it was an invasion.
Okay. So is she have she seen the man yet who's going to stab her?
Not yet. It seems like they're looking around.
Okay. What are they talking about?
The soldiers are just like walking around looking. I think they're looking for her. But I don't know where my soldiers are.
So just ask. Use your inner knowing to see where your soldiers are.
They're nowhere to be found. It seems like it was a moment where she was alone.
So she's all alone, no family. This powerful woman. And there's no guards?
Nobody.
Was she set up?
Could be.
Okay. Tell me more. What's going on now?
Seems like she was in her room
Mm-hmm.
and it was nighttime. And the men walk in and one stabs her.
Okay. Can you look at him in his eyes and see if you know those eyes?
He's covered up.
Can you ask why is he doing this?
He has like a metal helmet. It's all covered and I can't see his eyes.
Okay. How are you feeling right now?
Disempowered.
Okay. And where are you feeling that disempowerment?
There was nothing I could do to save myself.
Okay. Are you still in the body?
Yeah, she's there. It's almost like the guy's still over her. And there's this big, real thick, sharp, long piece that went in her, and
Okay.
between her neck and her chest.
Between her neck and her chest.
And
Okay.
she's just bleeding.
And what is she thinking as she's laying there bleeding?
How could this have happened?
And before she takes her last breath, what is her last thoughts?
She feels she died too young.
Okay. Is she still in the body?
Yes, she's still there.
Okay. Go ahead and take her last breath. Is she floating?
Yeah, now she's looking down at her body and the soldier.
So now, does she know? Can she tell me her name?
So she doesn't want to give a name because she doesn't want to be remembered like this.
Hmm. Who's there to greet her? Does she see the light?
She's floating. She's seeing clouds. And she's just floating.
Okay. What does she float to?
And now there's like a real bright, bright light.
Okay. And who's there to greet her in that bright light?
Seems like an older man. Could be her father.
Okay. Ask him. Ask him who he is.
Yeah, it was her father.
Okay. And is she ready to speak now and tell me what her position was as this powerful Chinese girl?
It seems like she's ashamed that with her status she got killed.
And what was her lesson in this life?
She needed to be more assertive.
And was she?
It seems not. That's why her soldiers weren't there.
Okay. She let her guard down.
Yes.
So I guess after her father died, he left her in power.
It seems like that's what happened.
Okay. And do we know the year it was that she took her last breath?
1759.
Okay. So where does she go from here? Is her spirit guide there?
She's like standing at the gate with her father.
Okay. What are they waiting on?
Seems like they're talking.
Okay. And what is the conversation? Can you share some of the conversation with me?
He's telling her she needs to be stronger. She didn't use her powers.
What was her powers?
She was able to direct and have people do as she wanted.
Okay.
But she didn't.
And why was that?
She had way too much sympathy.
Did she want to be in power?
Yes.
She did. Okay. Did she think that she could change people just being the way she was and not so assertive?
She could have been way more assertive.
Okay.
Either way, they were going to respect her.
So what happens now?
She failed.
She failed. So where does she go now since she failed?
Seems like they're walking and they're just drifting.
Okay. Just drift and float and see what happens next. What's going on now?
Just very peaceful.
Very peaceful. Okay. I want to count from 3 to 1, and I want to go to a time where she, meaning, how is this life, before we go there, how does this life play a part in Zulima's life now?
She repeats the same thing.
By doing what?
She did it with her staff.
Okay. So
She was afraid to be assertive with her staff.
Oh. And has she learned anything by looking back at this life?
And you have to be more assertive and you have to learn to, you have to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to set the rules and not feel always bad for people.
Okay.
That's what she does. She feels bad.
She feels bad. Okay.
And she always lets, they can come with a story and She'll be understanding, and she'll let the staff do. They all work, but she's just way too lenient. She needs just a little bit of her.
Assertiveness, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's afraid that if she would have done that, that they would leave, and then she would be stuck by herself, which is what happened with her then. She was alone, and her shoulders weren't there. And I guess based on that life is what she was afraid, if she was too assertive,
Okay.
her staff would leave.
So does she have to go to class now?
Well, she's repeating it here again, so she hasn't learned.
Okay. So let's go to another life. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and I want to go to the life when she was in Egypt and pregnant. 3, 2, drifting and floating, going in space and time, and 1, be there now. Where are you?
I see the lady in Egypt that I saw before.
Okay, good. And are you pregnant?
I only see her from her back. Her hair is not too long, it's like up to her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
She's just walking around.
Does she look pregnant?
Trying to see if I could see her from the front.
Okay.
It seems like she is.
Okay. So she has a family. Where's her husband?
She's still walking around, like trying to get herself situated.
How old is she?
She seems young as well, like in her 20s.
Okay, in her 20s. And what is her job right now?
Doesn't seem like she needs to.
To work?
No.
Okay. And what is she wearing?
She has lots of bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
She has something that looks gold in her head. She's not too tall.
Okay. And what her shoes look like?
Right now she's barefooted.
She's barefooted. Is she poor?
Is she what?
Is she poor?
Is she what?
Poor? Are they poor? Is that the reason why she's barefoot? Is she poor?
No, she's just enjoying the sand.
Okay, she's enjoying the sand. Okay. She's walking in the sand barefoot. Okay.
It's almost like she's just walking around, looking at what people are doing.
Okay. And does she have on a skirt or a dress?
She has a dress.
And what is her name?
Ikapu?
Ikapu? Does that sound familiar to you?
No. She just said Ikapu.
Is that a nickname? What language does she speak?
I don't know. She's not speaking.
Okay, just use your inner knowing and go within. And just tell me whatever name feels familiar to you.
She works with symbols. She's writing symbols.
She works with symbols. Okay. How does she work with symbols?
She's calling on energy with the symbols.
Okay. And how does she do that with the symbols? How does she call on the energy?
She's working with the moon.
Okay, the moon. So is she a healer?
I think she is.
Okay. Is there anybody around her?
Looks like some people are in the distance, but she's writing something out. It's
What is she writing?
an incantation, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, are they symbols?
Yeah,
Like
she's writing all down, and she puts her hands up to the moon, and
mm-hmm. So what is she using this energy for? This calling on the energy of the moon. What will she use it for?
let me see if she gives me more.
Okay.
She's redirecting the energy for the crops
What does that mean?
or the growth of the food.
So the food can grow?
Yeah.
So does she live in a village?
No.
She lives in a city?
She lives in a temple.
She lives in a temple. Okay. What's the name of the temple?
I don't see it, but her job is to make sure that the plants, that the food, that there's always enough, that she does her rituals so that the plants can grow and there can be food. I guess with the harvest.
Okay. And so how does she do the ritual?
She connects with the moon and she writes the sigils and the symbols.
Okay.
And there's a way that the moon has to hit the light on what she's working on. And then in the daytime, there's a certain way that the ray of the sun hits. There's a spot where she works specifically. And she works with the sun and the moon.
And how does she feel about this work?
She loves it.
She loves it. And how does everybody else feel about it that's around her?
They believe in her work.
They believe in her. Okay, good. Is this her first child?
Is this her first what?
Is she pregnant right now?
Doesn't seem so yet. She's just too busy
Okay.
doing these rituals and walking around. And I guess her walking around is to make sure that the plants are growing, the crops. She needs to make sure that this works properly, otherwise they won't be able to eat. So she's providing for everybody based on this ritual.
And how did she learn this ritual? Was it something that came from her parents?
Hmm. I don't know.
Okay. We can find out. We're going to drift back in a time when she was around her mother and father. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and you will be there. Her mother will be teaching her or telling her about this ritual. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. What do you see?
It's like a group of women, and
How old is she there?
she could probably be in her teens.
Okay. And
But
what
it's
are
a ritual that there's like a lot of women that are working on this and perfecting it.
they working on?
The ritual.
The ritual to provide the food that works with the moon, energy of the moon
And the sun.
and the sun. Okay. How many women are there, do you think? Do you see?
14 is coming to me.
Okay. And which one is her mother?
And I don't see her.
Okay. So use your inner knowing and see where the mom is, or if there is a mom. Or feel. You may not see it, you may feel it.
I don't see them.
Okay. And you don't feel your mom. Okay. So do you feel you know this ritual already, or you just...
Well, when I was performing it, I didn't know it very well. I
But
felt like she was very successful.
okay. But at the age of 14, where she is now, does she know or she's learning it?
She's learning.
She's learning it. Okay. And what happens next?
I just see him still there. Like all the women in her, just sitting working on it and writing out the letters that are like symbols.
And are you still in the temple?
No, it looks like they're outside.
Outside, okay. And are you near your home?
Say that again.
Are you near your what you call home?
Well, she's still 14 right now.
Right? Okay, but she still has a home. So let's go to the place where she calls home at 14. Be there now. What does it look like?
It's almost like she's just in the darkness now. It's
Okay.
either nighttime or she's walking in the dark.
So does she have a place to live?
She does, but she's not going there now. I don't know where she's going.
Just keep walking with her. Maybe she will end up there. Very good. So just feel where she's going or while she's by herself and see what feeling you get. What do you see?
Nothing.
Is she just walking in the darkness?
Just seems like everything just
What do you feel?
nothing's like everything just like they close to the scene almost.
Repeat that.
Like if they close the scene,
Okay.
like I would have to navigate more and see what else I see.
Okay. Well, then let's just close that scene and move to another significant time in this same lifetime in Egypt where you are pregnant. Can we move to that scene? 3, 2, 1, be there. What's going on?
Seems like there's a couple of people around me.
Okay. And why are they around you?
Trying to make sense of it.
Do you feel pregnant at this time? Touch your stomach.
Seems like something was there.
Okay. Let's go back. The moment you found out you were pregnant, we're going to go back and right before you, the time that you find out when you're pregnant, I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and you will be there. 3, 2, drifting back to the time when you first found out that you were pregnant, and 1, be there. What's going on? The more you talk, the more you'll see.
I mean, it seems like she was talking to a man.
And is this the father of the baby?
Could be.
Okay, let's talk to him and see if he is. What did you find out?
She's still talking to him, but I can't. I'm trying to hear, but I can't hear it. I just see her talking to him.
Okay, I want you to move in a little closer and just use your inner knowing, just telepathically, or just tap into her to see what they're saying. Use your telepathy.
It seems like I can't understand what they're speaking.
Okay. Just try to understand the language. Are they speaking the language?
It doesn't sound like a language I know.
Use your inner knowing and your telepathy to try to translate what she's saying.
I mean, all I feel like she had a lot of pressure
In her stomach?
to have this
Oh,
baby.
the pressure to have the baby.
It was a pressure for her to get pregnant and have a baby.
Okay. From him?
I'm not sure it's him, but what came to me was there was a lot of pressure where she needed to have a baby.
Or does she, so is she pregnant now? Or she's trying to get pregnant?
Seems like they've been trying, and it's like you have to leave like an air, think that he's powerful. She married someone.
What is his name?
I don't know, but he seems to be a very tough man. Not too loving, just very, very tough.
Is he older than she is?
He could be. It's like more in his 30s, and she's like in her 20s.
Okay. And what is her name? Do we have a name yet for her?
No, it's not coming.
Hmm. Okay. So let's move forward to the time when she finally gets pregnant. We're going to drift and float. From the count of 3 to 1. She will be pregnant. 3, 2, and 1.
I do see that she did, it happened, but they're like holding a baby in the air.
Who who's holding the baby?
It's like there's people there, and but this child's not alive.
Okay. Let's talk to the child. Do you see the spirit? Is the spirit still in the baby? I'm gonna count from 3 to 1, and I want you to connect to the child. 3, 2, and 1. Connect to the baby. What are you getting?
I'm just getting that she feels like a failure.
Okay, but she needs to connect to the spirit of the child. If you've already passed,
She's still sitting there, stuck, feeling.
is the baby still there?
Yeah, she's still in the scene where they have the baby, and she's in shock because she tried and tried and she failed. And
Okay, let's drift and float till we find out where the baby is. You're a spirit, you can drift. Let's go and find out and locate the baby. Use all your senses to feel, to see, to hear, and to know. What do you see?
she's actually going through a grieving process where her chest hurts a lot and she's crying.
Okay, but did she did we locate the baby?
No,
Okay.
she's just grieving right now. And
Okay, we have to go back. We're gonna go back to a time where she's pregnant and it's just her and the baby, with her in her stomach, the baby in her stomach, and she's alone. Just her and the baby. We're gonna drift backwards. 3, drifting and floating back to the time when she was pregnant and she was by herself with no one else around. 2 and 1. Be there now. Where are you?
I see she's touching her stomach and she's happy because she feels she finally accomplished the pregnancy.
And how far along is she?
It looks like a nice size, like.
And I want you to connect to the baby. Let's connect. From spirit to spirit, connect to this child and let's find out if it's a boy or girl.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. And what would his name be?
We haven't named him yet.
But what he has a name.
But we haven't named them.
Okay, what is his spirit name? Just connect to him. What is his spirit name? Okay. It's okay. You're doing very good. What comes to mind?
I was trying to get his name, but it wants to tell me, but it's just not coming out.
That's okay. Let's count from 3 to 1. And I want you to lend your lips and your mouth to your son, the son that you are carrying with, and he will be able to speak with me. 3, 2, and 1. Hi. Are you the little boy that she's carrying?
I'm feeling grief.
Feeling grief. And who am I speaking with? Hmm?
It's still her, but like he wants to communicate, but
So why is he not communicating? Let's try it again. Okay, it's okay. We want to give him a voice and allow him to speak and be heard. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to connect with her so we can connect with him. I want you to use all your senses, your inner knowing, your feelings, everything you need to connect the two. I'm going to go from 3 to 1, and let's see if he will be able to speak, even if he speaks in his own language. 3, allowing him to speak and come through. 2, and 1. Who do we have? Will he be able to speak?
getting the word. She needed to learn how to fail.
Why does she need to learn how to fail? Did we get a name for the boy?
Not yet.
Okay.
Part of what she wanted to learn was how to fail.
And what was the child supposed to learn? What was his purpose?
Just to come
To
and
come.
make her think she was going to have and then fail again and not be able to have him.
Hmm. And why is this? Why did she choose the life of failure?
So she could become strong from that.
Hmm. So we can help Zulina in her life. Can we know the name of the spirit name of the boy? The name that he uses in the spirit world.
So Cain.
Sukine. And will Zucchine always be with her?
He was just for a moment. It was like a past scene.
Okay. And did Zucaine and the Egyptian girl have a contract before he and she came to this lifetime?
Yes, he was only coming to show her what failure was.
That was the contract.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's move back to the time when she delivers Zucaine. Okay? 3, moving forward when she delivers him, when all the people are standing around her and she's giving birth. We want her to feel all of the pain that comes with the birth. 2 and 1, be there now. What's going on?
When she gave birth, he was already dead.
Okay. So are they holding him up right now?
Yeah.
And does she understands the reason why he?
She didn't understand then, but she understands now.
Can she connect to him now that he is a spirit? Is he out of the body?
Yeah, he was out of the body. It was just like a mass. It was just like a mass. He was not there.
He was not there. Okay.
He just came for a minute and he left right away. It was just to show me
Okay.
what it is to fail as a woman
Okay.
and not be able to. They needed a male, and I failed. So
Repeat.
it's like I'm no longer any worth anything for them or any good.
But you still work with symbols and you still work with the energy of the moon and the sun. So you are still good.
Yeah,
You are still needed.
that was her distraction. That's what she felt good at.
Okay.
But she had the pressure from
Family, the husband.
and the family needing this child to be born, and she couldn't make it happen. And when she finally did it, he was dead. So she feels shamed and worthless and not important anymore. It's like she's disposable. She's garbage. She wasn't able to fulfill what they needed from her. It was out of her hands.
Okay. So let's close this scene and let's move to another significant time in this lifetime, another significant moment for her in this lifetime. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and you'll be there. 3, moving forward to another significant moment for her. 2 and 1, be there now. What's going on now?
It seems like she was like disowned and kicked out.
So where is she now?
He has another wife,
Hmm.
and she was able to fulfill what he needed.
So they have a baby.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm sad, but
And where are you
I
putting this?
I can't compete. I can't do anything.
So did he kick you out?
It seems like I'm I'm beneath her. I don't feel like I was like shunned or just thrown out like trash. And I think that's when she started focusing on the symbols and working with the earth.
Okay, let's just see. Let's move forward and see what happens.
she was very depressed and very sad.
So she stayed very depressed and very sad.
And she used the moon and she used the sun. She dedicated herself to working
Okay.
with the earth
Mm-hmm.
and the crops. That was the only way she was able to show birth, by having the plants and having them grow.
Mm.
That was her birth. Since she couldn't have a child.
Well, she did have a child, but he was just he had his purpose, and that was the contract, right?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to come.
He wasn't supposed to come. Mm-hmm.
It was just
Very good. Very good. So let's move forward to the
and
time which. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and what they're telling me is that's why she's afraid to have kids in this lifetime. Not because she couldn't care for them, but because she was afraid it would die and she would fail again.
But she chose to fail. That's the life she chose, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she forgot that she chose that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's drift and flow to the day that she takes her last breath and see what's going on that day and who's around her. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and you will be there. 3, moving forward. 2 and 1, be there now. Who's around you?
A couple of people from the area. She never found love again.
She never found love again, okay. And how old is she now?
In her 40s.
So, okay. Well, what's going on with her body?
Seems like an infection.
Where's the infection?
Her mouth.
Okay. And what caused the infection?
Just like an infection in her tooth.
Her tooth. Okay. And does she know she's dying?
She's not sure.
Is she laying down right now? What is she doing?
Yeah, they're laying. She's laying down. It seems like the infection turned into a high fever.
Okay. And is she feeling this anywhere else in her body besides her mouth?
She's just seems like she felt very lonely and sad and
Okay. And where is she feeling that loneliness at?
in her stomach.
In her stomach. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and take your last breath and let me know when you're out of the body.
She left. She's just drifting in space.
Okay. So as you turn around and you look at her, can you tell me what her name was?
It almost feels like it starts with a Z.
Can you spell it?
They're telling me Zucchina. Zucchina.
Zucchina.
Zucchina.
Okay. Zucchina.
Zucchina.
With a Z or an S?
Yeah.
Oh,
With,
zucchina.
with the Z, they're saying.
Zucchina. And what was Zucchina's purpose in this life?
To come again and have status, power, have all that power and status, but fail again.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
fail in a different way, not because she was
Mm-hmm.
kind or nice, but because she couldn't offer what they needed from her. So it's like
So did she fulfill that purpose?
she did.
She did. Okay. And how did that life of Zucchina affects Zulima's life?
There's fear,
Fear of what?
fear of failure.
And does Zulima need to have fear of failure?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Very good. And so, where do you go? Who meet? Are you at the light?
Yeah, she's gone. She she just like disappeared.
Okay.
She fulfilled what she needed to do there.
Did she go in the light?
Yeah.
She did. Okay. And who met her in the light?
She just disappeared.
Oh,
Like
she just disappeared.
she
Okay.
went into the light almost like a vacuum and whoop, disappeared.
Okay. So I'm gonna count from 3 to 1, and I want to connect to your higher self. 3, 2, and 1. Am I connected to the higher self? Do I have permission to talk to your higher self?
It seems like there's something else here.
Okay. What else do we need to visit? What else is here? Does it feel another life we need to visit, or does it feel like an attachment?
No, there's no attachment.
Okay, very good. Is your spirit guide there?
It seems like, yeah, there could be another presence here that can
Okay.
speak.
Okay. So let's find out who is this other present. Do you feel safe?
Yes.
Okay. Do they want to speak?
You can ask and see what they say.
Okay. I'm gonna count from 3 to 1, and let's speak to this other presence that's with you. See if they would like to speak with me. Could you ask if they would like to speak with me?
They can speak to you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Please connect. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you? All right. Are you ready to speak to me?
Speak to you.
Okay. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
It's a warm presence, peaceful presence.
Does it feel like a guide or an angel or a family member?
Feels almost angelic, calmly, peaceful.
Hmm. Will they speak with me?
And if you ask questions, I think
Okay.
the information can come out
Okay.
peaceful.
Are you Zulima's guide, spirit guide? Would you like to speak with me? Why did you show Zulima that life of the Egyptian girl? Why does she need to visit that life again?
So she can see that it can give her power and it can be taken away.
Hmm. And what about the Chinese girl? Why does she need to visit that young girl's life? Was it about power as well?
Yes, she had power in her hands and she didn't use it wisely.
Okay. Is there any more lives we need to visit to show her how powerful she is?
No,
No. Okay.
we shown her many.
Very good. Can we open her third eye?
We can try to do that for her.
Thank you. And do you have a name I could call you? Zulima said that she is experiencing fibroids. Do you know where they come from?
From an old memory of that Egyptian woman.
Of the Egyptian woman, okay. Is it necessary for her to have the fibroids still?
It was just a memory of failure.
So now that she understands the failure, can we remove the fibroids? Can they be removed?
It can be removed.
Thank you. And do we need to fill that space with something for her?
We can fill it with pink, loving energy.
Beautiful. Will you let me know when all of the fibroids are gone so we can seal it with pink energy?
We're dissolving them.
Very good. Zulema wanted to know if her and I had a time where we have met before in life.
You did some work in Egypt.
Okay. And do we have a purpose for this lifetime together?
Yes.
Thank you. And are the fibroids dissolved now?
We're still working on it.
Okay, may I continue to ask you questions?
Yes.
Thank you. We wanted to make sure that she knew or she know who her spirit guide is. Could you give her that name again?
She has many that work with her.
Okay, can you give me some names of them? Or at least one that's always with her?
She has a total of 17.
17 guides, okay. Is there a main guide?
Depending on what she does, that guide will come forward.
Okay. In her hypnosis, is there a guide for that will be there to help her, or is it all 17?
Depending on the situation, that guide will come forward to
Okay.
assist her.
Okay.
She has doctors, healers.
And was there a lifetime where she was a healer? That she worked with her hands?
She has.
Can we visit that lifetime?
As an Indian.
And can you show her what she did with her hands? Her gifts that she had then?
She would just touch them and she would heal them.
And can she bring that gift to this lifetime with Zulima and use her hands in this lifetime to heal?
And give her a little bit.
Thank you. Is her third eye open yet?
I'll open it up for her little by little.
Thank you. She complained about blood pressure. Can you let her know where the blood pressure comes from?
It's the reminder of the pressure of having to do something and not being able. Same thing that happened to her in Egypt. It's the pressure. And that was reminding her of that time. Where she felt the pressure of having to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And in this lifetime, she has to perform many tasks. And the pressure resulted into high blood pressure.
Does she need to keep it, or can Can you take it away from her?
She starts to understand and work with pressure. We'll start to dissolve it little by little. She needs to learn to handle pressure.
Okay, she still has to learn how to handle her pressure. Okay. Can she still work with the moon and the sun like she did in Egypt with the energy from the moon and the sun?
Works with the moon,
Okay.
but she needs to call in the sun. She never thinks about the sun, she only thinks about the moon.
She only thinks about the moon. Okay. And what is her purpose for this lifetime?
She volunteered to heal.
To heal. And she's doing a good job?
She's doing a good job.
Very good. Thank you.
She still has a lot more to learn, but she's doing good.
She's doing good. And are you sending people to her for her hypnosis?
Can you repeat that again?
Are you sending people to her that will be able to find her so she can do her hypnosis on them? How are the people, her clients, finding her?
Through referrals.
Through referrals. Okay. Can any of her guides send people her way that need her help?
She's just blocking herself right now because she feels she needs to get rid of stuff, and once she does, they'll start pouring in.
So she's blocking herself.
Yes.
So how can you help her remove some of those blocks?
In her mind, she just feels that she needs to get rid of some of the workload so that she can concentrate on this.
And would that help her once she gets rid of all the workload?
Yes.
And she will be able to have more clients?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have any more blocks from previous lifetimes, like money blocks?
No.
Okay. So the only
She knows how to make money.
Mhm.
She does bring in money. Her block is that business.
That business. So can we look into the future to see would that business be sold soon?
Yes, they're working on it. They're helping her.
Okay, very good. Because she needs to get back to her purpose and be able to do it full time. Something that is fulfilling and that she loves to do.
Yes.
Yes. She's worried about the baby from Egypt. Does she need to worry about him?
No.
No. Okay. He was only for the contract that they had to help her fail. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
It just triggered a memory from there. But
Okay.
she's afraid to fail.
Mm,
She's always afraid of failing. She works really hard not to lose herself and not to fail, but she's not going to fail.
very good. Is there anything else we need to visit today? Can you scan her body and see if there's anything else there that needs to work on?
We'll just flood her body now with light.
Okay. With the pink light, the unconditional love pink light.
Start that.
Okay. Thank you. She mentioned before that she wanted to visit the future. Can you show her the future? 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
A lot of prosperity.
Okay.
People are going to seek her out.
And how is her health?
She doesn't have to worry about her health.
Very good. How is her husband's health 10 years from now?
He can have some healing work done.
Will she be able to heal him?
No.
Okay. Will I be able to heal him? Entirely.
You can try.
I can try. Okay. Will he allow me to heal him?
It'll take him a little bit, but he will.
Okay. Is there any particular area that I need to work on or focus on?
It seems like he has abandonment issues.
Okay.
He doesn't quite know it, but he does.
He does. And in this lifetime, her life path energy is a 6. Is there a reason for that?
She chose that.
She chose that life path to work with people.
Yes.
Okay.
That fulfills her.
That fulfills her.
Makes her very happy.
Very good. Are we done here today?
In a second.
Thank you. Is there anything that I didn't ask that she would like to know?
No, you've done a great job.
Thank you. Is there anything that you would like to tell me?
You're going to do wonderful at this. You already are.
Thank you. And can I know the name of my spirit guide?
He will reveal himself to you.
Okay. Thank you. So just keep working on. Just let me know when you're done working with her. She also wants to lose weight. Is there a reason why she haven't lost any weight?
She's carrying all that pressure.
It's the pressure from the businesses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will you help her understand that? It keeps her safe?
That's the only thing that's keeping her safe right now.
The weight is keeping her safe?
Yes.
Okay. So she needs to hang on to the weight and try not to lose weight until after the business is sold?
After that, she'll be able to drop it. It's her safety net right now.
Okay.
She has nothing else that's making her feel safe.
Her husband doesn't make her feel safe?
Not that he doesn't make her feel safe, but he pushes her to do a lot. So in her mind, she feels she's alone. But he's just teaching her to be strong.
Is that his job?
Yes.
Does she need to keep pushing herself?
No.
She gives so much to people. We've only known each other for a short time and she's given me so much. Is there something special that we can give her?
I think she will understand that it's okay now.
Okay. Has she completely healed from her childhood? From all the memories in her childhood?
They were just to make her strong.
Do they need to be revisited someday?
Not right now. She's okay with it.
Okay.
She's overcome that.
Very good.
Took her a while, but she did.
Very good.
She didn't understand at first, but then she understood. And she's realized that she can do things by herself.
I tried to explain to her that she's a visionary. Can you help her understand that she is a visionary? Whatever that she sees, or whatever that she visions, she can manifest it.
We can do that.
Thank you.
We're done with her.
Very good. Thank you for being there with her and taking care of her. Now speak back with her.
Yes.
How does your body look?
I feel very peaceful.
Very peaceful. Okay. So right now, we're going to disconnect from all those lies, and we're going to flow and drift back to a landscape of a beach where there is beautiful water and sand and the sun. Let me know when you get there.
I'm there.
Okay. And now you're going to walk down the beach to the staircase of the marble staircase. And as you reach the staircase, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And I want you to start coming up the stairs when I get to 1. But before you start coming up the stairs, I want you to disconnect from from all those lives that we just revisited. Disconnect your feelings, 1, start coming up the stairs. Feeling wonderful, feeling refreshed, feeling energetic. 2, disconnecting feelings and thoughts from those lives. I want you to think every night when you lay on your pillow to think happy thoughts. 3, happy and peaceful, refreshed and beautiful. 4, you're almost at the top of the stairs. And when you get to 5, you're going to feel very light. And 5, wiggle your toes and open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers. And we did it. And how do you feel?
Feel super peaceful. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that makes so much sense.
Did you get more from that life in Egypt than you did before?
Oh yeah, I understand now.
Okay. Did I do you good service? Did I answer all?
Oh, you did great. Really good. And I like that the navigation and the coming up. And when you told me that marble stair, I saw it. It was a like really pretty, like beige, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Wow, that woman. I didn't expect to see that woman, but in red, it was like this flowy red
Mm-hmm.
dress and this crown that had like a bunch of peaks with rubies on the top. But that makes sense because I do that with the staff. Like, I don't want to push too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of fear from then.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess me not wanting to have the kid was that memory of being afraid that I could lose it and failing.
Mm-hmm. But you chose to fail to see what fail feels like.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Wow.
So the weight is the protection.
Yeah,
Because imagine if you was skinny and not eating, then you would have more problems.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So what did she look like?
Who?
The one who I was talking with?
In Egypt?
No, was that the higher self?
I'm not sure it was a presence.
Yeah,
It was very white.
it was just a presence. Okay.
I don't know if it was my higher self or if it was another presence, but it just made me feel like it feels like someone overimposes on you
Mm-hmm.
and you're just sitting back there and you're also listening.
Oh, let me stop. Mm-hmm.
And it was this white, like beautiful, calming, warm feeling. Like almost like they were making me feel reassured, calm,
Oh, beautiful.
that everything was going to be okay. And then it just like takes over and it just uses your mouth and you just sit there and
And they showed you the future?
yeah, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be
Good.
okay. Like they didn't physically show it to me, but
You felt it.
they let me know that
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be I'm not going to have to worry about money and that there's going to be people and I just have to be patient
Mm-hmm.
because I think that part of my husband pushing, being afraid to fail in the business, it's like I had to feel that whole failure from that life. I guess, I don't know, maybe I still have memory, or I don't know, or maybe I wanted to see it again. But I'm not going to fail.
Right.
It's just showing me I failed in that life. But this life is giving me everything so that I can think I'm going to fail, but to show me how strong I am, that's what it is, so that I keep fighting and keep going, and I'm not going to fail. I failed over there, but here I'm not going to.
Yeah. So now you know that the child's name, Zucane.
Okay.
That was his name. And you guys just had a contract.
Yeah.
To
I finished. Here's my husband opening the door so you can say hi to him. Can you see him?
Hi. Are you ready to be next?
You're ready to be next, she says? No. Yes, you are.
We'll see. Let's start off with numerology.
Then we'll start off with numerology, she says, and then soon. Okay.